Hello, good day. I hope everyone is okay. My name is Riza, and I am assigned to report the two norms of morality. To start, let's have this quote from Albert Einstein as our appetizer, saying, "The most important human endeavor is the striving of morality in our actions, our inner balance, and even our very existence that depends on it. Only morality in our actions can give beauty and dignity to life." To start, in ethics, we can define two norms of morality. The first one is the objective norm of morality that is anchored in eternal divine law, and subjective norm of morality that is anchored in human reason. So, what is the difference between the two? In objective norm of morality or eternal divine law, it is the standard for an objective evaluation of human acts as a definitive and absolute standard of morality, independent of any standard, a belief that morality is universal or as in line with the commandments from God. So, intuition, law, and pleasure as the objective norms of morality. So, here we can see that there is an absolute standard that judges whether what we do is right or wrong. It is universal and should be followed uniformly by all the people. So, for morality to be objective, moral propositions such as killing is bad, stealing is bad, need to be true independently or regardless of who is the person stating them. So, amidst your belief personally and whatever you are molded with, this should be applicable to all. So, also here, it is said that our morality is anchored with intuition, law, and pleasure. Let's start with the number one. So, norm as given by our intuition. So, in intuition, the basic human reasoning process is questioned. An intervention of any reasoning process, so it is a moral intuition, is it is apprehended that some moral objects immediately without there being any reasoning about it, no reasons at all, you just know that this is the right thing to do, you just know that this is not the right thing to do. Next is law as a norm. So, law is one of the most important norms of morality, as it is the one that controls the human, that judges from the outside. So, it is said that law is fair regardless of your belief. If it is wrong in the eye of the law, then it is wrong. Next is pleasure as a norm. So, from the beginning of the human history, there had been people who considered pleasure as the supreme good of human life. So, for them, pleasure is only the norm of morality, and they believe that every human activity is prompted by a desire of seeking pleasure. So, pleasure is the ultimate goal, just like what we learned before in Hinduism, Epicureanism. So, pleasure is everything for them. They act in according to the pleasure that they will receive. Now, let's move on to the other type of norms of morality, which is the subjective norm of morality or the human reason. It is the moral authority that dwells within the individual. So, subjective morality says that our morals are all human made and can differ from one individual to another. the conscience of a person, telling or advising him eternally what should he do when faced with different issues. So it is an act dictated by conscience or com and scientia, which is com means together and scientia to know. So in this type of morality, it emphasizes the idea that morality depends upon each individual. Our morals are all human made, and these are distinct from different people. These morals are anchored in our innate conscience. Conscience is our subjective norm of morality in which we trace the moral authority inside the individual. It is not something that directs from the outside. Conscience is an inner voice, as described by Mahatma Gandhi, which directs one by telling what to do or what not to do. Conscience can define as the subjective awareness of the moral quality of one's own action as indicated by the moral values to which one subscribes. So to sum it up, objective morality, the basis whether what we do is right or wrong, is universal and should be applicable to all. Meanwhile, in subjective morality, we have our own standard that is different from others. We have our own belief in tagging something as good or bad. So it depends upon the inner voice inside us, which is our conscience. So that's it about objective morality and subjective morality. To end this report, let's have this quote from Dion saying, morality may consist solely in the courage of making choice. So we must always remember that whatever we ought to do, we should always align it to the goodness of everyone and not solely for the benefit of ourselves. And through that, we can live with satisfaction and fulfillment. So thank you everyone for listening and have a great day ahead. Take care.